I grew up thinking that success was working for the same company for 45 years. You get the gold watch at the end, that old chestnut. But I always remember the first impression of the corporate world that I had. I remember walking in and people didn't look happy. Some people had been there for more than 20 years. And I learned more on that day than in all my years of schooling in uni. And that is that we are not put on this earth to spend the best part of our lives cooped up in an office or doing something that we don't want to do. That moment was life-changing for me. I realised that we are born to win. We are born to contribute and make others smile. But how do you do that if you aren't smiling yourself? Well, the lie was that I must stay in my job because it would be irresponsible to follow my passion with a mortgage and a growing family to provide for. I am married to the most beautiful girl in the world and I have the two most gorgeous kids that you have ever seen. My wife and I made a choice when our first son was born that we would do whatever we needed to do to ensure that we raised our kids ourselves. So I became the sole income earner, and at the same time, I convinced myself of this lie, which most people would call the truth. But what if you are not living your dream and your true passion for life is parked on the shelf? Although I enjoyed my job and I was good at it, it felt like I was sitting in the nosebleed section at the grand final, watching life happen in front of me, and I wasn't even on the field. I believe that the two best things I can do for my kids is to love their mother with all my heart, and secondly, to find my purpose in life and surrender to it. If I can just do those two things, then in my mind, I've had a successful life. Well, I would never listen to an overweight person on how to stay fit, nor would I discuss money matters with someone who has none. I believe I must be an example of what I preach. My wife and I chose to live life differently. We made the choice to live life fully, and we are doing that every day. Now I show other people how they can do the same. We had to sacrifice, and we still do every day in order to create what we have and the amazing life that is ahead of us. We work our butts off during the hours that we have chosen to work, but we now enjoy 3 meals a day together as a family. We have flexibility to do the things that we want to do when we choose to do them. Did you know that you can pick any seat in the cinema you want at 12 p.m. on a Monday? Life is like a bicycle because if you aren't moving towards something, you will fall off and hurt yourself. Now, I actually learned to ride a bike on a bike without brakes. And interestingly enough, my dad would probably tell you that I still live my life like that. But I can remember that before I took control of my life, there were days that just seemed like nothing because I had no direction in life. The moment I made the choice to follow my passion and become all I could be, life just became one big holiday. I realised that I am here to provide service to others. And the more I serve others, the more fun I get to have. And everyone wants to have more fun, right? What's next? Change the world, of course. I didn't come here for a haircut, but one person and one family at a time. And if by my example, I can show just one other person how they can take control of their future, then I'm happy. And if I can show many people, then that would be better. But I really want to live it. I want people to see that there is nothing more special about me than there is about them. When people start thinking for themselves as independent thinkers, we can change the whole world with that. And that's why I get out of bed in the morning.